longest day of the year. And it's a big deal to me, but it does make today particularly tricky. For me, the start of the summer solstice marks the beginning of the summer festival season. And I would normally be on the road right now. Every year since the pandemic, I found myself in the desert, wondering why am I crossing the desert on the longest day of the year? But this is the first year since 1988 that I'm looking at the summer with a genuine question and concern in my mind. And ironically, it was on this date in 1988 that I started my journey as a road rat. Yes, my friends, today is my creative anniversary. And I want you to know that since my accident, I have been working hard to get back to where I am right now. Yes, there have been significant setbacks, but every setback has done nothing but teach me to fight harder to get to where I want to be. I freaking want to be Chris Chandler again. And I'm gonna be. And I don't care how many automatic doors slap me in the face and put me in the emergency room. I have a roadmap, and I have a number 2 pencil, and I have a spiral notebook. I say to you, bring it on. I will kick your ass. This is what the poem is supposed to be about. And in some ways, I'm glad that it's not that obvious. And in other ways, I regret it. I also know that if you have to introduce a poem by explaining what it's about, you probably didn't write a very good poem. But if that's the case, consider this my failure. But also consider this poem a testament to the journey that is to come. But you know, this poem uses the word Chandler. And I get a little self-conscious about that because I think it's too self-referential. But then I think about it and I think I'm okay with it because I am proud of the fact that my name is Chandler. Yes, it means candle maker, and I'm okay with that. Some of you may know that I have 2 degrees in stage lighting. My nickname used to be the Light Man, and I dropped out of high school when I was 16 to go on the road with a band called The Weasels. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Do you also know that the father of modern stage lighting's name is Stanley McCandless? I am not making this up. And the candle maker on a ship in particular was a very important position. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to see in the dark unless you got a candle maker. However, the gathering of wax and turning them back into candles was not enough for one full position on a ship, so he became the dealer of mercantile, and in particular, alcohol. Yes, a ship's chandler was in charge of distributing the booze. So yes, my friends, I am a wayfaring bringer of light and distributor of vice, and I am okay with that. So yes, the word chandler or candle maker is in the poem, and I figured if it's gonna be there, you might as well make it the title too. So here we go with my first public poem since my accident. For there are chandlers by Chris Chandler. And the sunrise spoke to me through a rain that somehow did not mask her light, even upon the first light of the longest day of the year. In darkness, take solace. For there are chandlers who have gathered wax and tallow, fashioning candles to illuminate the darkness of both hearth and soul. The sunrise, even through rain, teaches us that darkness will lift. As students, we listen to teachers who work harder at teaching than we do at learning. As teachers, we pour our knowledge into vessels of greater volume than we can conceive. As poets, we pour our breath into vessels whose depths we also cannot fathom. And we must drink from that same cup in an effort to learn the taste of emptiness. As healers, our breath must know that same shape of the cup's hollow and the silence that pools at its base before our words can find their own echo. When a rain comes, even at sunrise, we remember every drop that falls chooses to echo the first. For sunrise speaks to me through rain that somehow does not mask her light, even upon the twilight of the longest day of the year. Thank you for listening.